So here's a little bit of my story, how I got started, okay, friends? I was sitting in a kopitiam. Singapore, we know what kopitiam is, right? Yes or no? Yes. Very good. I met a friend. He said, bro, come see my laptop. In my heart, I was thinking, what's the big deal, man? I also got a laptop. So I want to go and see his laptop. It's not difficult to see his trading. Many of us have an inclination of what trading is. It's a chart. You see lines. And you see money at the bottom. Either positive or negative, isn't it? So it wasn't difficult to see that he's trading. And he's making money. He's making money. So I asked him, hey bro, real cash, ah? Real cash. It's real cash. The first thing that drew me in was not that Forex is this huge market. The first thing that drew me in was the fact, hey, with internet connection and laptop, can make money. Honest to goodness, how many of you are drawn by that just two simple sentences that I said? With just an internet connection and a laptop or a mobile phone or iPad or what have you, you can be plugged in to be trading and making money. How many of you think that is sexy? Raise your hands. Okay. Almost 3/4. Same. So I walked into that market, and let me share with you the first trade I did, okay? First trade, Now, I'll start basic for some of us who don't understand the Forex market, okay? So, in the Forex market, we are trading currency pairs. Now, currency pairs simply means we are trading one currency over another. As an example, if you see this as 1.5675, it simply means that what country is this, Sterling pound, good. 1 pound is equivalent to 1.5675 US dollars at that point of time. Clear? This number can go up or it can come down. At the point where I saw that experience in the kopitiam, and I'm the kind of guy, let me just share with you, hey, one person who does it enough to convince me. When George Soros broke the Bank of England, 16 September 1992. Hey, I thought, wow, that was what, man? It's 19 years ago, no? A person made $1 billion in a day. Is that impressive? To some of you, not impressive. Then I got to backtrack. No. Do you know how much is $1 billion? Not rupiah or Zimbabwe, no. US, man. Not that it's great by any chance. Towards the end of the day, friends, I'm going to prepare you. Today, you're going to receive a master class. Everyone say master class. Master class. I will pour myself into you. So you better take notes. Okay? You paid $5,000 to come in here today, right? I better make it worth your while. All this is represented by a chart. Okay? Now, at that point, this chart was doing this. So the price here was 1.5675. Very simple. At any point in the trading world, the charts can either go up or it can come. Decision time, friends. As a trader, you've got to decide. You are not an economist. The difference between traders and economists is that traders take action. Everyone say action. Action. An economist is someone who will know tomorrow why the things he predicted yesterday didn't come true today. Traders got to click the mouse. You click. So it's time to click. At this point, how many of us think that the chart will continue to go up? Raise your hands. Hey, fake money one, don't worry. Okay. How many of you think at this point, at the highest level, it will continue to, it will start to come down? Raise your hands. Okay, good, more of us. See, I say we're all the same. We're all wired, wired to be a world-class trader. So, you see, if you think it's going to come down, you would click sell. If you think the price is going to go up, you will click. That's all. So simple. So at this point, I click. Of course. It's so natural, right? The first thing that you see in a chart like that is to tell yourself, wow, so high already, sure come down. True or not? Of course. So I click sell. And we call it, say, sell one lot now. Very simple. What do you think happened after that? Just now you said come down. Mysteriously, it went up. Mysteriously. Have you heard of Murphy's Law or not? What is Murphy's Law? Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. I got a few definitions of Murphy's Law. Ever line up at McDonald's or not? Don't eat McDonald's one. Do you all eat McDonald's? Yeah, but I'm also trying to cut it off and I'm going to shed a few pounds. How many of you, when you land at McDonald's, right, you will obviously decide on a queue that is the shortest, yes or no? How many of you have been in that position? Wherever you choose, the guy or the girl on your left or right will get it faster. How many of you, honest to goodness, have been on the airport, and when you line up, right, you will choose the shortest queue when you're clearing immigration. The guy will move faster than you. Right, what is that called? Some call it Murphy's Law, some call it Qi. Qi 不好. So I click sell. Is it okay? Doesn't matter. Small detour. So when you click sell, if prices come down, you make money. When you click sell and prices go up, make or lose? What do you think I did here? What would you do? Wow, like expert trader, put stop loss. I will explain all these terms for our friends who don't understand it. Okay? What do you think I did? What do you think I did lah? Of course, that's a perfect statement. Not just sell more. And why sell more? Well, for some of us, it's very simple. Huh? We're already in a position. If it goes up, right, if I click twice the number of lots, then all it needs to do is maybe just retrace. Retrace means to go the opposite direction. Come back down a little bit more, and I break even the two positions. Wow. Simple or not? Simple. Trading is so simple. What happened after that? The hands got a little bit sweaty. The head started to shine a bit more. See, not supposed to happen? Not supposed to happen? As Charles said, hey, I'm a bit more good looking than that friend in the kopitiam. How can this be happening to me? Don't make sense. What did I do? Hero. When it went up a little bit more, in desperation, I took the laptop and turned it upside down. When it went up a little bit more, in the Forex market, there's a term called margin call. Everyone say margin call? Margin call. You do not want to be in that position, okay? The margin that we use to open up position is not enough to tahan the losing positions. The broker closed off everything. I lost my first account in 6 days. 6 days. And I could have walked away. I could have. But because of my earlier training in life, how I walked through life, prior to me meeting a few Forex mentors, I had a business mentor. Business mentor. And I want to share with you, see, today will be infused with certain principles that I have walked through life, okay? If it works for you, take it and run with it. If it doesn't, take it and discard it. What worked for me when I met this mentor, okay, he shared with me certain principles in life. He's a Chinese man, and if I get too excited today, I'll speak a bit of Chinese. Can or not? Yeah. But for some of our friends who don't understand Chinese, I will definitely translate it, okay? So one sentence comes to mind now. Can I share it with you in Chinese first? Yes. Can, huh? The reason why I didn't walk away from the Forex market after I lost was this sentence that my earlier mentor shared with me. Listen up. 世界上没有成功的事业，只有成功的人啊。Glad 啦。标准吗？我的华语。Yes。不错。啊呀，很glad，Mario, in this whole wide world, there are no successful businesses, only successful people. So in my head, I rationalize the fact, hey, do I know whether there are people who's making money in the Forex market? I know. Then I ask myself the next question. Do I want to be in the group that makes money or loses money? You see, it's very simple for us to get sucked into the knowledge that 80% of people lose money, so we naturally should be there. It's just a switch, you know. Why can't you decide to be in this group? The winning group. so to speak. So I didn't walk away. I went to search for a mentor. If you are part of the Forex world, you know that some of the biggest mentors in this game. When I say it's a game, it means two things. Number one, it must be fun. Number two, it has rules. Break the rules, and the rules will break you. I want to source out Kathy Lin and Ed Ponzi. Are these names familiar to you? Anyone? Yeah? The name Ponzi, okay, may strike fear in some of you. In fact, after Bernie Madoff got caught, Ed and I were on the phone. Mario, why did I have a surname like that? His surname Ponzi is P-O-N-S-I, okay? It's not P-O-N-Z-I. Now, first question. Do you think sourcing a mentor is important, yes or no? Yes. Why? Guide you, advise you? Very good. What else? Show you the way. Excellent. Some more? Lead by example. Very good. Any more? I have one definition. Want to hear my definition? I'm sorry? I like that. Absolutely. But I put it another way, okay? Why a mentor is important is to help you cut short your learning curve. The main purpose of a mentor is basically someone who is on the path that you want to go. Easy or not? It's just that through life, many people have not warmed up to that fact. Doesn't it make perfect sense for you and me? Whatever result that you want in life, it's just that I chose Forex. Source out a mentor who is on that path that can guide you to achieve what you want. That's all. Standing here today, I'll be the first to tell you I do not have a financial degree. I don't have an economics degree. I took engineering. I took chemical engineering. Are there any chemical engineers in the crowd? I took chemical engineering in NUS. Don't have, have or not? If have, you'll be the next one on CNBC. I want to encourage you. Chemical engineering was a discipline that essentially studied all the other engineering disciplines. In chemical engineering, I got sucked in because I did well for chemistry in JC. So someone told me a lie that chemical engineering is basically about chemistry. It got nothing to do with chemistry. We studied essentially electrical engineering, mechanical engineering. What's the other one? Electrical, mechanical, civil. I didn't do well in university. I did not. I didn't fail. I came out with something called third class honors. Heard before? Shattered the dreams of my mom. What is that? I paid for your you come back with third class honors. In fourth year university, those in chemical engineering, we had people like Philip Yeo, ex-chairman of EDB, come and speak to us. He said, you guys got a bright future. You will end up either in the petrochemical industry, Shell as an example, or in the pharmaceutical industry. I thought, wow, what's say, man? That's it. I know people in Shell, you work 1 year, they get paid 7 months bonus. Do you know that? Yeah. See, some of you know. Oh, some of you are inside there. I sent my resume to Shell. Till today, I haven't heard from them. I'm absolutely convinced that the resume was lost in the mail. Let me share something with you, okay? And I want to nail down one principle to set the tone and then we start. Do you think it's easy for me to be on CNBC? Let me just ask this in a close-up setting. Have you guys heard of CNBC? You guys know I'm on CNBC, right? Yeah. Now, do you think it's easy to be in that hot seat and the news anchor fires off questions at you? Do you think it's easy?
No.
No. Why is it not easy? Shag lah, pressure lah, lights, camera. Hey, is my hair okay? Shit, am I going to say something wrong? Am I going to accidentally say an expletive? Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Because it's live, you know. It's not easy. I'm not a natural, okay? I'm not. So let me share with you, to be in that 3 minutes hot seat, I'll be the first to admit to you, okay? So I admitted to all my guys, they know. I got to study. You think it comes naturally? Mario, what do you think the CPI is going to be for Singapore? Mario, what do you think the non-farm payroll is going to be for the US? Do you think China will record a good trade surplus for this month? What am I going to say? Let me think about that. They expect you to know. And if you're going to say some nonsense like, oh, inflation in Singapore, I think is going to be 68%, that's ridiculous. You need to know. So I got to study. And I made the false assumption that they would send me the questions beforehand. During my first few times, they did not. The first time, they already did not. They expect you to know. If you are there, you better know. If not, you've got no business being there. True or not? The principle I want to share with you is this, okay? I had to study 3 hours to be there for 3 minutes. And after a while, I did well. I did well, which is why they called me back over 30 times. Over 30 times. They brought me to a place called a guest host. Okay? Now, what is the definition of a guest host? Let me share with you. Early on in my CNBC career, they didn't pay me, in case some of you are wondering, okay? Didn't pay me. I managed to conquer all 3 shows. In the early morning, it's called Squawk Box. In the early afternoon, it's called Capital Connection. And in the late evening, it's called Worldwide Exchange. I conquered all of them. I was good enough to represent all 3 segments of the show. They brought me to a place called a guest host. A guest host simply means that instead of being there for 3 to 5 minutes, I'm now there for a full hour. So I'm sitting now with the news anchor and other people. Some of the finest minds in our world today will be in the hot seat. And now I get to ask them questions. Can clap. That one can clap. Yeah. But more than that, here's the principle. The principle is this. I realized for myself, to be there for 3 minutes, I got to study 3 hours. Now when I'm there for an hour, I don't have to study. Do you know why? Because I get to ask the magical question. When the CEOs of the big banks come in, my famous question is, so Jack, what do you think of the euro dollar this week? And he'll talk and he'll talk and he'll, oh yes, but did you consider this? That I was a natural. Write down the principle now. As you get better, it gets easier. As you get better, it gets easier. So don't wish it were easier, wish that you were better. That forms the basis of what I mean that each crowd that I address, we raise our standard, okay? Let's be world class. Everybody say world class. World class. Want to share with you one final principle? How are we doing so far, okay? Yeah? I'm going to share with you one principle, then we jump straight into the Forex market. Now, from where we are now to where we want to be is a function of 3 things only. Just 3 things. Once you can nail down these 3 things, you have it set. You will be on your path. First one is called knowledge. Everyone say knowledge. Knowledge. Number 2 is called action. Everyone say action. Action. Number 3. Before I go to number 3, any mentor worth his salt will be able to give you knowledge and action. In any field that you want to walk. Very sadly, no mentor can give you the third one. And the third one is the most important. What else do you think is a functional ingredient for you to achieve massive success in the world? It starts with the letter D. Discipline, I like. Decision. Determination, very good, getting there. Quite hot. What? Desire. I asked this in an earlier segment, one of the groups that I addressed. And I'm going to ask you now. What is the definition of desire? But before you answer, let me share with you what someone answered. When I asked, what is the definition of desire? In my same baritone voice, one guy stood up. Mario, desire means lust. Say, bro, relax, it's not that kind of desire. What is desire, friends? Hunger. Very good. Can I share with you what my earlier mentor taught me about desire? In Chinese, can or not?
Yes.
Can I? Then I will translate it. His definition of desire goes like this. 如果我不能，我就一定要；如果我一定要，我就一定能。If I can't, then I must. If I must, then I can. So let's stop giving ourselves excuses. There's one thing in life that you and I, at every moment, have a lot less of. It's called time. Everybody say time. Stop shortchanging yourself. You know for a fact now. I know this, let me share with you. I've addressed many crowds. I think I've earned the right to speak because not only have I addressed thousands of retail traders, 2 weeks ago, I had the third bank that asked me to speak to them. Third bank. It is China's largest bank. It's called ICBC, for some of you who haven't heard it. They flew their Forex traders to come to meet me, to spend time with them. So I think some of the things that I say truly does make sense, not just for the retail investor, but for the bankers out there in the world also. So this is what I want, friends. Any mentor, now let's take me, okay, in the Forex world. I can give you this. Yes, I can. I absolutely can, because I've walked the path. I cannot give you this. This is something that's going to be your fuel to bring you to where you want to go. Does that make sense? Everyone say knowledge.
Knowledge.
Everyone say action.
Action.
And everyone twice as loud say desire.
Desire.
Let's give everybody a big hand. Are we ready to start?
Yes.
Okay. Let's jump straight into my absolute love, called the Forex market. Let's cover the basics first, so that I'm very sure that you guys are getting off on the right footing, okay? What is the definition of Forex? It is a market where one currency is exchanged for another. So simple. You cannot exchange Sing dollars with Sing dollars. Let me give you an example. Okay? Okay. Ma'am, what's your name? My name is Mario. Nice to meet you. Now let's just say you got 10 Sing dollars. Let's just say you got 10 Sing dollars. I got 5. If I go to her and say, would you exchange your 10 Sing dollars for my 5? What would you say? No. Of course not. But simply because we are trading one currency over another, there is the potential for one currency to be strengthening over another. Okay? It is always traded in pairs. These are the 7 major currency pairs that you need to know. You must know. Euro versus US dollar. US dollar versus what? This is what? This is, and hey, expert already, right?
Yeah.
Pass. These are the 7 major currency pairs that the fund managers look at. You need to look at it as well. There's additional 2 or 3 more that I look at. One of that is the USD SGD. I don't necessarily trade it, but I look at it so it gives me a leading indicator to how our country is performing. Towards the end of the day, I'm going to have a segment called Global Finance. I will cover major segments of the world, okay? I will cover the US, Europe, UK, Australia, Middle East, Singapore, China, to give you guys a snapshot of what you must expect, and that preps you up. What do you see as the common denominator among all these 7 pairs, friends? The US dollar. It pays you and me to fully understand how the US dollar moves. I'll cover that after lunch. You've got to know. To give you a sneak peek, do you realize, right, that when the US has good economic numbers, okay, the US dollar strengthens, and because US dollar strengthens, Asia strengthens. Do you also see in times of very severe risk aversion, meaning to say in times of fear and panic, the US dollar also strengthens? I don't know if you guys know that. But some of you don't understand the root cause of why it strengthens. And if you just pick up the newspaper and say, hey, the US dollar strengthened, I think I should buy some Asian equities. If you had done that the last few months, it's going to be quite painful. So today, you will walk out of here understanding how the US dollar behaves. Okay? I want every person in this room to understand the intricacies of the US dollar. Let me show you now how to read a currency quote, okay? Remember, it's always in currency pairs. Assuming Euro USD equals 135.10. Yes, in this game, it quotes you to 4 decimal places. In some cases, 5. Can you imagine that? The whole world probably only sees the first 2 decimal places, 1.34 or 1.35. When you start to this game, you see the 4 to 5 decimal places, man. How should we read something like that, okay? The currency on the left is called the base currency. Everyone say base.
Base.
The currency on the right is called the counter currency. Everyone say counter.
Counter.
This is how you would read the currency quote. 1 euro is equivalent to 135.10 US dollars at that point of time. Take note of the last 5 words at that point of time. So it simply means that this number can go up or it can come. More importantly, when this number goes up, you click buy. Must be buy. When this number comes down, you click. That's the only thing you need to know. If the number don't move, you click. You click a button that says don't click. You just don't click. Just in the second slide alone, I need you to understand. The beauty of the Forex market is we don't care how the world moves. There's no such thing as a recession. Because there will always be an opportunity for one currency to strengthen over the other. And the sooner you understand this knowledge, the faster you get to where you want to go. Many people ask me, Mario, how do I know? Why is the euro going up? Mario, why is the Aussie coming down? Say, hey, I know the answers. Hey, I'm CNBC trained. I can give you the answers. But let me share with you a more important statement. Oh, this you got to understand, man. Listen to this. Why the euro is going up is not as important as clicking buy while it is going up. Why the Aussie is coming down is not as important as clicking sell while it is coming down. You and I can sit here and debate until the cows come home. Why did the Aussie strengthen? Oh, is it because China dropped its reserve ratio? Or is it because they're importing a lot of raw materials? Or is it because the RBA is raising rates? Or is it because the JP Morgan suddenly sold 1 billion Aussie dollars to Merrill Lynch? You and I will never have access to all of the information all of the time. So stop stressing yourself. That doesn't mean you don't need to understand about news. That's my specialty actually. You need to understand. But don't stress yourself over it. Or your head may look like mine. Do you understand the definitions or the real difference? What separates a trader? It's for you to click the mouse. Clear? Friends, when I raise my voice a bit, I better do a bit of disclaimer. I'm not scolding you. For those of you who heard me speak before, sometimes if I get a bit too into it, it's the passion that will override the knowledge. Okay? So I'm not scolding you. I love you. It's Christmas, man. It's Christmas. I'm going to show you a term now called a pip. Everyone say pip.
Pip.
What exactly is a pip? A pip is a unit of measurement to express the change in value between two currencies. What does it mean? Okay? Look, euro dollar equals 135.10. The smallest decimal place is here, the 4th decimal place, right? If the price rises to 135.11, or if it drops to 135.09, that is called a movement of 1 pip. In this currency pair, it is to 4 decimal places. 4. I'm going to show you something interesting now, okay? Example, euro dollar equals 135.50. If this goes up to say 135.90, how many pips is that?
40.
Very good. 1 pip is how much? Do you all know? 10 US dollars. If this goes up 40, and if you had clicked buy, you would have made 400 US on one lot. Now if this comes down, let's just say by the same equivalent amount, okay? And if you had clicked sell, how much do you make? If it comes down and you click sell, you made 40 pips, right? That's 400 US. Yes or no?
Yes.
How many of us wouldn't mind making 400 USA per week? Raise your hands. Almost all. Almost all. May not be enough to buy your Ferrari. But from what I realize, most people, look, if we got additional $2,000, $3,000 a month, it really will alter our lifestyle. Yes or no? Yes. Here's the sexy part, okay? Watch. However it moves, the whole world still saw 1.35. You, on the other hand, have made money and exited the market already. Isn't that amazing? Yes or no? Yes. It's like a ninja slice off your head. You don't know it's still not there. That is how fast you can exit the market. So you got to understand, this game pays you 4 decimal places. 1 pip is $10, you know that by now. So in summary, if you expect this number to go up, you will click buy. I'm going to introduce to you the correct term now. Buy means long. Everyone say long. Long. Okay, if you expect this figure to fall, you will click sell. Sell means short. Everyone say short. Short. That's it. Please don't go and memorize that 1 pip is to 4 decimal places. There are certain currency pairs that they quote you is to only 2 decimal places. Okay? As an example, I'll show you. We go about, say, 5 or 6 more slides. We take a short break, can or not? Yeah? Go out there, get some water, visit the loo, then come back. So as an example, the Japanese yen. The Japanese yen is quoted to 2 decimal places. So as if the price rises to 81.51, or if it drops to 81.49, it's also a movement of 1 pip. But in this case, it's 0.01. That's why I say don't go and memorize that 1 pip is always 4 decimal places. Not the case. So for this one, if you expect it to go up now, what does it mean? Let's go deeper. What does it mean when we say we expect this number to go up? Does it mean the US dollar is strengthening against the Japanese yen or weakening? Strengthening. The US dollar, when it goes up, the US dollar is either strengthening against the Japanese yen or the Japanese yen is weakening against the US dollar. Fair statement? Okay? That's when this number goes up. Number comes down, opposite happens. If the number comes down, it means the US dollar is weakening against the Japanese yen. Let's not worry about the reasons first. We'll get to the reasons in a while. Let's understand concepts first. Can be a whole list of reasons. I'll point you to a few. Okay? I'm going to teach you something now called the fraction theory. We got learn fraction in school now. Okay, very simple. Instead of writing it as euro divided by USD, instead of euro stroke USD, it's euro divided by USD. So same thing, if this number equals 135.10, here's my question. If the euro strengthens meaning to say, if the top numerator, if the numerator gets bigger, does this whole number go up or come down? Huh? Up or down? Up. Example, 1 over 3 and 2 over 3, which is a bigger number? 2 over 3, right? Fraction. You got to learn fraction in school now. Okay? We will revisit this slide. So if the numerator gets bigger, this whole figure goes up. So if this whole figure goes up, should you click buy or sell euro dollar? Buy. Or long. Simple or not? So far. Okay, a bit of silence. So let me just, I want to say something. Throughout this day, if you find yourself asking these 3 words in your mind, sure or not? I want you to be aware of the inner voice, okay? If you find yourself asking that, whatever I say, if you find yourself asking 3 questions called sure or not, it is called a clash of our belief system. It's not so much a clash of our knowledge. It is a clash of our belief system. It means certain things that we believe may be different. Do you understand? Okay? Here's the key thing. When I write something like that, and if it appears simple to you, and if you find yourself, hey, sure or not? Write it down at which part that this voice came out, sure or not. Okay, during the breaks, what? Come and ask me. Okay? I would love to clear all those doubts. The second portion, does it hold true? If the denominator strengthens, for whatever reason, trade balance, interest rates, employment, CPI, I don't care. If the denominator strengthens, denominator gets bigger, does this number go up or come down? Come down, click buy or sell. Do you guys read that yellow book, What for Dummies? Golf for Dummies, Trading for Dummies? Yes or no? Maybe not read, but have you seen before or not? Okay, not borders. Have you seen before at Kinokuniya or wherever? See before, right? Hey, the most recent edition of Day Trading for Dummies, I'm quoted there. I take it as a compliment now. It's simple. Forex is simple, but it's not easy. Simple meaning to say, and it's only that few rules. Once you get it, you do it. As you start trading in this life, the biggest evils that you will come across will always be yourself. Problems of discipline, problems of consistency, problems of fear, panic, greed, hope come into you. That is what you need to control, which I will address in a while. Okay, 2 more slides, we go for a break. What is the definition of pip and pip spread? When you trade, you will trade on a broker. For whatever has happened to one of the brokers in Singapore, I think it's a great time. I inserted I think it's just after lunch. I can't remember. Either after lunch or just before lunch. I will cover a segment called brokers. I'm in a very special position. And not only do I run an academy, I'm sitting on the board of Asia's largest, I won't say largest, Asia's fastest growing Forex broker. I'm leading their education and training department worldwide. I know certain things that are on a broker, which I will tell you like it is. Your job is to arm yourself. Okay, so that special segment I prepared for you about broker. When you click a trade, you see, on every broker, there is something called the sell price and the buy price. If you think numbers are going to fall, you would click the sell column. If you think numbers are going to rise, you would click the buy column. Do you notice for the euro dollar, the spread or the difference is how many pips?
2.
Where does the 2 pips go? To the broker. That's their business model. Whether you click buy or sell, the pip spread goes to the broker. I've got a saying, the brokers don't care whether you click buy or sell, but they care that you click buy or sell. Clear? That's their model. There are 2 prices quoted for each currency pair. Bid price is called the selling price. Ask price is called the buying price. Difference, whether you click buy or sell, goes to the broker. Okay? For an instance, this one, 2 pips. So simple. It also means that if you click buy and you click close, you will lose 2. If you click sell and you click close immediately, you will lose 2. Okay? So don't be trigger happy here. For dollar CAD, difference is how many pips? Can you see? 4 minus 1 is what? 3. And this is the same reason, okay? When people ask me, Mario, why don't you trade the USD SGD? My answer to you is your job is to make money. The benchmark of a trader is to be consistently profitable. I don't necessarily trade the USD SGD because the spread is bigger. Now if you think about this, and I'm on the board of a broker, they'll actually kill me for saying that. Let me explain the relationship with me and FX Primus later when I talk about broker. I can say whatever I want because my job is to protect the trader. Okay? Just now I said last 2 slides, then we go for a break, right? 2 more slides, then we go for a break. This schematic is very important. How do traders make money? Okay, you anchor this down first, then we go for a break. I started out drawing this arrow, so I want to share it with you also. Buy means long. Every trade has got 3 points. How many points? What are these 3 points? Entry price simply means the price where you click buy. Then you will have an intended profit target and an intended stop loss. Profit target, these two, in fact for some of us, may be unheard of. A profit target simply means when you click buy and prices now start to run, if it touches your intended profit target, you make money. Fantastic. If it doesn't touch and it's now here, that's called a floating profit. You haven't banked it in yet. It's not in your pocket. So if it touches that, fantastic, you make money. What if it doesn't touch your profit target, now starts to turn down? If you didn't have a stop loss, what happens? You lose your account in 6 days. Huh? Today, if you want massive change, immediately, for some of you who have started trading, if you really go back and look at your trading account, one of the reasons that you may not be making consistent income is simply because you may have had certain wins, but one loss took you up. If any of you were short on the risk currencies a few days ago, 30th November, when 6 central banks stood together, the risk currency shot up, man. And here's the interesting part. If you understood that, do you know how much the equity markets have shot up? If you can track back my Facebook, I actually wrote down, banks inject liquidity or boost liquidity. Be prepared for equities to shoot up in Singapore tomorrow morning. I wrote that on my Facebook. You can go check it out. This is the beauty of the Forex market again, I'll say. Once you understand one market, you will understand across all asset classes. This is the mothership. There's nothing bigger than trading units of a country. When you trade the stock market, you are trading units of a company. Units of a company do not give you a global view of what's happening out there. When you trade the Forex market, you are trading units of countries. And it gives you a real snapshot of whatever's happening out there. Okay? Everyone says stop loss.
Stop loss.
Someone said to me, who wrote on our Facebook page, which I think was an excellent statement, hitting a stop loss is as important as hitting a profit target. There is absolute wisdom in that statement. Don't go around thinking that this market, all right, you will always make it. This is not an exact science. You can get everything correct. You might still lose the trade. You see, in this game, you can trade correctly and lose. You can also trade wrongly and win. Let's focus on trading correctly. Why do I say that? Well, very simple. If you think about it, this whole market is full. Millions and millions of participants. My entry price could be somebody else's stop loss. My profit target could be somebody else's entry price. Not everyone trades the way I trade. True or not? The key thing is to have a trading system. Walk into the market with a trading system. Do you have one? If you don't have one, let me start you off with one. Put a stop loss. Okay? Next. Oh, example. If the market is going up, you would go long. Long means what? Buy low, sell high. Very simple, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
If you have the question in your head, hey Mario, how do you know whether to click buy or sell here? This is called presentation slide. Okay? Don't worry about it. But the question is more important. How many of you wouldn't mind making $2,250 US in 4 days? Raise your hands. Oh, good. Same. We are no different. No different. Okay? Promise you, after the schematic and after the slide, we go for break already. Sell equals short. Now, you got to anchor this down. Sell means when you click sell, your profit target is below your entry price. You must know that. When you click sell, you make money when prices fall. You put a stop loss above the entry price simply because if Murphy's law strikes you and it doesn't go the way you want, you better get out of the market. You will never be right every trade. I will share with you after the break why some people struggle with putting a stop loss. So very simple. You make money either way. Here's an example of a trade that we actually took in the earlier year when there were floods in Australia. Okay? What is the meaning of going short? It's also called buy low, sell high, but in reverse. You sell high first. When prices drop, you buy it back. That simply means you click sell first, after a while you click close. For some of us who may not understand the term, okay, buy low, sell high, buy low, just click sell and click close. You've got to close off your position to recognize your profit. Clear? This is a trade that we took. 600 pips in 7 days. How many of us wouldn't mind? Got to ask the question. Making additional 6,000 US in 1 week, raise your hands. Welcome to the Forex World. Okay? We enjoyed the first session? Yes. Let's go for a short break. I'll pass the time over to Charles. I'll see you guys back after the break. Let's give everybody a big hand.